Bro, we just made that Chipotle burrito bowls at home. So let's start with the salsa. We got Roma tomatoes, jalapeno, white onion, cilantro, and our great value lime juice. All right, so let's start. Let's get all these tops off the tomato. See this right here? All the seeds and that juice? That's gonna make the salsa super watery. Take that, honestly, scrape it out with my thumb. That's what we want right there. Little goop check. There. This is what you're looking for right here. De-seeded tomatoes. So this is your tomato compost. Keep it or don't, doesn't matter to me. Now we gotta dice them. You can dice this as chunky as you want. I like the tomatoes to be like that size. Tomatoes done. Okay, so let's get the onion. I like to give these a little bit more of a chop. Those in. Jalapeno. Oh. The hot part of a jalapeno. So the seeds and this part, that's the hot part. Now your hands are super hot, so be careful. Okay. Jalapenos in the... I'm better than this. Now for cilantro. We're gonna use like a handful's worth. Let's bring this bowl over here. Cilantro in. So let's mix that up. It should look something like that. Now we're gonna put in some salt. Again, you can always add more, so start conservatively. And lime juice. So the lime juice kind of brightens it up, so it complements the salt, the spice from the jalapeno, and then you taste as you go. So if you taste it and you want more lime, let's put some more lime in. Let's see how we're doing. I think a little more lime and a little more salt. Yep, time to cut the fajita veggies. Slicing the onion, we're gonna take the top off. Little slices just like that. So we just put this in the bowl. Okay, bell pepper. I'm gonna cut these like this for the length. Pro tip, get the smallest bowl possible. Now it's time to make the spice mix. You can use a seasoning packet or you can make your own. I'm gonna make my own. I make it in bulk. For every pound of beef, I use 2 or 3 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons chili powder, 1 tablespoon ground cumin, teaspoon paprika, and a ½ teaspoon each of garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, 2 teaspoons salt, 2 teaspoons black pepper, crushed red pepper flakes. All right, now mix that all up. Congratulations, you just made taco seasoning. I'm cooking 2.5 pounds of beef, so I'm gonna use 5 tablespoons of my mix. 3, 4, 5. Not really enough to save. I guess I'm using 6. Time to make some rice. I'm making 4 cups. 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to rinse it. So we're just gonna pour water into here. Mix it around with our hands a little bit. Take a lid and you just, look at that water. Look at that milky water. Now this is why you rinse your rice. Pressure cook, 3 minutes. So when you're doing the water for the rice, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, which means for every cup of rice, you get a cup of water. 2, 3, 4. Pressure cook, 3 minutes on high. How the Instant Pot works is once we hit start, it's gonna take a few minutes to get up to temperature, That 3 minutes is gonna go by and then it's gonna beep. Once it beeps, let it sit for 10 minutes, open it, and you're ready to eat. Now we gotta brown this beef. Oh! Oil in the pan. I'm using 90-10 beef. I am a trainer after all. Just gotta keep it a little healthy. All right, so we're gonna let this sit. We're not gonna touch this. We want it to get a good brown crust on the bottom, then we'll flip it, and then we'll break it up. Maybe 3 minutes on each side. I've got my pan heating up. This is gonna be for my fajita peppers. That's sitting here on medium low. It's been a few minutes, so I'm gonna turn this over. Yeah, so we got that dark brown. So now break it up a little bit. So that's brown enough. We can drain the fat out of this. I'm not fancy with it. Just put this little lid on here. Boom. Just go like that. So now we've got our drained beef. The pro tip, we're gonna put like 2 cups of water into this. I like to put a little water in the spices first and give it a little mix like this. Then it's not gonna be a dusty mess as you're trying to mix it all into the beef. Does that make sense? I just think it makes it easier to put this paste on here. What we drained out was fat. So we want to get the fat out and replace that with spiced liquid here. That needs a little more water. Nice. That's starting to look like taco meat. Once that's bubbling, we're gonna turn that down to medium low, and we're gonna let that sit for like 10 minutes. Now it's time to cook the fajita peppers. We're gonna put in a little oil, coat the oil around the pan like that. See it shimmering all over the pan. Give that a second to heat up. Ready for this sound? Oh yeah. All right, salt, pepper, just a little bit. Chipotle's secret ingredient on their fajita peppers, oregano. Just a little bit, just a little splash. They use Mexican oregano, or normal Italian oregano works fine. So these are gonna sweat down for maybe 5 minutes. Let's see how our taco meat's doing. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, look at that color. Oh yeah. Those only have a couple minutes left. So now this next step is optional, but I think it helps a ton. So this is Maseca brand. It's basically corn flour. Sprinkle that on like this. And that's gonna do the same thing that corn starch would do. It's gonna thicken this up. The sauce will stick to the beef a lot better. Good, and I bet these are about done. All right, so I turned off the heat, and I'm gonna let those sit in the pan. If you can't tell, I got a wobbly walk. We're just about done, guys. We got our beef, we got our fajita peppers, we got our salsa. Let's go finish the rice. The rice is super simple. It's been sitting for 10-15 minutes. If it sits longer, it's really not that big of a deal. This is the bottom part of that bunch I cut up earlier. So let's put some cilantro in the rice. We're gonna put in some salt, lime juice in there, and just a little bit of oil. Look at that, looks familiar, doesn't it? All right, let's build our bowl. Rice, beef, peppers, pico. Bro, we just made that. Yep, oh my gosh. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go crush this. If you're here at the end of this video, just like and subscribe.